What's good, y'all? Big brother Jake here. Today I'm with my boy.
It's Lil Ed.
Check out his music. Second link in the description. Today we're reacting to a female archetypes tier list, and we'll give like our opinion and that sort of thing. Let's get right into it.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking female archetypes, something very highly requested on the channel. As you can see, we have a bunch of archetypes here. Just because a girl is one particular archetype does not mean that she can't be another. Okay,
Bro,
so
most of these
a
look
woman
bad.
can be multiple different archetypes at the same time. But
Like the
we're gonna be
introverted
looking at
girl
things
looks like
in
the
a
only good
vacuum.
one I see.
So
Maybe like a
without
traditional
further ado,
girl.
if you want to see more content like this, subscribe and
Pick
let's
me
get into the
girls,
video.
Yeah,
The first
say it.
girl that we have here is the normie chick. So I'm not just talking about normie in terms of looks. I'm talking about normie in terms of everything: her interests, her hobbies.
So
Just
like
your
boring?
think about your average run-of-the-mill chick.
just, okay,
Absolutely
mid.
nothing stands out about her.
Yeah,
Just a
bland.
regular normie girl. Most of the girls that you see outside on the street happen to be normies, right? It is what it is. You know what? I'm gonna have to say wouldn't,
psycho
because
girl.
I'm way too far gone to be dating a normie at this point. Like, my interests are very peculiar and different, and I don't say that with pride or ego. It's just that I don't think I'd have much to talk about with a regular ass chick, you know, like a normie ass woman. I think normie chicks are reserved for normie dudes. So if you're just a regular ass guy and
Not
like your
normal.
food plain,
Yeah,
with
but
no
we
seasoning,
different.
no fucking spices, no flavor, and the
Ooh,
normie
goth
chick
girl
is for
next?
you, but it's
Yo,
not.
goth
for
girl's a
you. All right,
W.
next up we have goth girls. Now
Goth
now
girl
listen,
is a
I
W,
don't
like,
fuck with
I
normies.
would put
but
that
goth
in
girls,
wood.
you better
Yeah.
stay away from me. This is too extreme.
Damn, bro.
Anybody who
What?
likes goth girls, I guarantee you, look into their childhood, look into their like, all I'm saying is that definitely
You ain't wrong, though. You ain't wrong.
Don't take a shot.
goth girls,
Yeah,
there's
bro.
nothing normal about goth girls, okay? Either
Nah,
their dad
you
was in a
tripping.
fucking cult or their mom was a spellcasting witch. There's no in between.
And?
Goth girls, they're not necessarily known for their
about it?
stability. They're not necessarily known for their wifey material qualities. These chicks will swing whatever direction the
I
wind
don't
is
know
blowing
about
that
that
day,
one.
okay?
I
And
lucky
feel
haven't
if
seen a
dated
goth
one
girl
of
with
these
a ring
girls,
on,
I'd be
though,
walking
like
on
a
eggshells
wedding
'cause I'm
ring.
one trigger, one accidental word away from fucking triggering a switch in her mind and making her lose her shit. Like, yeah, goth girls, I would not even feel comfortable being myself around them because, like, I don't know what the fuck this chick's gonna do, you know? She might try to attack me in my sleep. I don't know, dude. Goth girls, I know some of you freaks are into that shit. Some of you guys love, oh my god, yes. Dude, goth girls are so hot, man. Like, the way they do their makeup and the dark aura they have.
think they
about
bad
them,
as hell.
Dark
emo-ness.
aura.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you're into that, go for it. Next
Go
up, we
for
have
it.
autistic chicks. Definitely 100% would. Is they're the only types of women who female nature doesn't apply to. Like, the whole red pill ideology
He wants to
fucking
date an
crumbles when it comes to
autistic girl?
autistic chicks because they are just built differently. They think differently. Their nature is different. Their brains are hardwired differently to the average woman, and so they're actually more likely to be loyal. Now, I know it depends on the type of autism, what kind of autism do they fucking have.
He's being for real. I thought he
you'll
was
find
joking.
that these chicks don't adhere to what you normally see from most women. And they, who knows, bro, they might be interesting. Like, imagine fucking talking to your autistic chick and going, hey, baby, I think you're watching a little bit too much fucking wheat waffles. You need to chill out with that shit. And because she's autistic, she's probably not as socially calibrated as these other women who go out all the time, who have a shit ton of guy friends who are partying. She's probably just to herself, locked in her own world, which is pretty convenient if you're trying to date her. You don't have to worry about her fucking going out and getting smashed by other dudes. But if she's autistic, she probably sees sub-5s as humans. But
You don't
I
have
feel
to
like
worry
the
about her getting
autistic
smashed
girl
by other
barriers to
dudes
entry are
because no other
pretty
nigga
high
wants her.
because of the fact that she sees everybody as equals. Like, most women are only looking at
Yeah, but how does
the
that make
top
you
echelon
think,
of
like,
men.
feel at the end of the day?
Autistic girls
How we
don't
got that
really
nobody
have that
wants?
hypergamous radar, so
That's
they
a-
see
that's an L.
sub-5s as humans.
That's
So you're
an
not
L.
just competing
Yeah.
with Chads, you're competing with fucking sub-5s too, because they have an equal shot, even if the girl is pretty. But definitely would. I see myself marrying an autistic chick. Next up, we have spiritual chicks.
What? Then put it in white.
You know, if we're talking about spirituality
Would.
in the purest sense of the word, which is, you know, the pursuit of truth, understanding energy,
I would.
God, consciousness, and reading
I'm
books
probably
like
putting that in
Reality
the yellow.
Transurfing and reading the works of people like Manny P. Hall, sure, you know, I would definitely love to have a conversation with spiritual chicks, and I think her and I would connect on a really deep level. But let's be honest about spiritual chicks. Most of them
I
are
can't
fake
believe
as
you put
fuck. They
pick-me
believe in
girls on this
retarded
list.
astrology that doesn't even work or make sense, and they're very superficial and shallow. shallow. It's just an excuse to feel like you're identifying with something beyond you. Now, of course, I use this shit to my advantage because if I find out that she's very into astrology, I'll pretend like I am too. I can play at that game. Yeah, my star sign is
kinda real,
fucking
that's kinda
Pisces,
real.
and
Okay,
we're the
that's real.
toxic and manipulative kind. So you best not come close. And she's like, wait, actually, no, I'm in Aquarius. That means we're compatible. You know what I mean? Like, you can just talk bullshit with these girls, and you don't have to like think too much about what you're gonna say. Imagine dating this type of chick for a year and she fucking crashes your car and then she doesn't even apologize. She's like, well, what did you expect dating a Capricorn? Like, I don't know. Just gay. So, you know, I'm gonna put it at maybe. Depends on how heavily
I agree
invested
with
she
that
is
one.
into spirituality. Next up, we have the athletes.
That's white,
now,
bro.
You know, a girl being an athlete, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I commend the effort. I commend the competitiveness, even though I don't really like competitive women.
Yeah.
I don't like women with more
Ross,
testosterone than me.
hard.
I know the soy boys watching that are gonna call me insecure. I don't give a fuck, dude. I want a girl with a weaker androgen status than me. Like, is that too much to ask for? Anyways,
Brother,
the problem with the athlete girls is
He's
they
intimidating.
tend to have a very ran through nature because think about it, you know, if they're athletes, what types of guys are they going to be around often? It's probably the team, it's the
Oh,
other athletes,
he's
the
saying
male
them
athletes,
dreadheads.
and, I noticed that while these girls tend to be higher quality than,
Juco.
for example, the party girls or the gold diggers, they still have a ran through nature to them. But you know, I'm not going to generalize. Some girls are
Yeah,
athletes,
wrong,
they
though.
stay to themselves.
Like-
They're also introverts, so well, I'm gonna put it at maybe.
I'd
It's
still
not
put
the
my
worst
wife,
kind.
bro.
I'd put
Next
it at
up, we
maybe.
have influencer girls. Please stay away
Wouldn't.
from me.
Stay away from me.
If we break up, not only is my reputation gonna be cooked,
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
have thousands of guys lining up for you. Any guy
Yeah,
who dates
okay,
an
stay away from me.
influencer girl is going to have trouble meeting her unrealistic standards
She
at
likes
some point
attention
because
more than she
chances
likes
are, if
you.
she's an
She loves
influencer,
attention.
she's on social media a lot. And we all know that social media warps your perception of reality, always makes you think the grass is greener on the other side.
Mm,
And because she's an influencer, she's probably making a shit ton of money. So unless you're balling out of your mind, you're not going to be able to keep
Hey.
up with her.
Real quick, he's probably gonna only put one or two in wife. Try to figure out which two he'll put in wife. I'm thinking pause big, gold digger, psycho, no bipolar, classy. He's gonna put academic chick at the top, smart girl,
And classy.
and what?
Classy.
Classy girls. Yeah, that's low key valid. Or I feel like he's gonna like the introverted girls. I think introverted and academic. What about you? Like classy.
But also, I guess it depends on what type of influencer she is. If she fucking runs a cooking channel, then yeah, probably I would, right? She's just making cooking videos. But if she's famous and the foundation of
Bro,
that
this
fame
guy
is
is
her
mad
looks, 'cause
strict.
let's just be real. Most influencer girls, like 90% of them, are not famous because of their quirkiness or their personality, even though they think they are. They actually believe they are. They're just famous because of their looks. So I'm gonna have to say
So that
stay away
means
from
this
me, but
girl
I'm not
bad,
gonna
though.
lie, dude. If an influencer chick who's bad as fuck slid in my DMs today, I might fold. I might actually fold. Like, I'm a fucking dude at the end of the day. So I don't know. I'm tempted to put this at wood but because of the red flag. Stay away from me. Let's keep it at the bottom for now, but I might change my mind. Next up, we have Boss Babe. No, thank you. Like I said, I don't want a chick who has more testosterone than me. Think about the women who are all about their independence, all about their women's rights and like feminism. These girls tend to be boss babes. They do not
Actually
want to
put
assume
gold
the
digger at, like,
submissive role in
wood.
the relationship. They always want to feel like they have control and power. And it's just not the right dynamic. It's not even that I'm like, most people will try to conflate this argument and say, no, you're just insecure about a girl who's doing better than you in life and making more money. Dude, I don't give a fuck if she's making more money. It's just that statistically, if a woman is making more money than the man in the relationship, it's way more likely to end. It's way more likely to have problems. She probably thinks she's better than him. And the last thing you guys want in a relationship is for the woman to perceive herself to be above you. And if you're dating a boss babe, unless you're a boss, which at that point is like, you know, only 1% of guys, she's always going to try to override your masculinity, and you just don't want to deal with that, right? You just want a normal feminine chick. But yeah, girl bosses ain't it. It's just the dynamic, right? I want a particular dynamic in my relationship that I don't
Okay,
think
wrong.
would be easy to establish
Okay, I agree.
if I date one of these
I mean,
girls.
I know what he
Next
means,
up, we
yeah.
have gold diggers. Absolutely,
Stay away
stay the
from me.
fuck away from me. Funny story, I don't think I've ever actually dealt with a gold digger.
'Cause
Like,
you
I
ain't
don't
rich,
think
bro.
I've
Me
ever
neither.
paid
Yeah,
for
'cause
a
we ain't
girl
rich.
and then been tricked or like
Duh.
used for my money. I don't think that's ever happened to me. But I can
know,
definitely sympathize.
I want
I've
You don't know I have ads in my account.
I want to get to the
Six.
points where I get
That's
gold
my
diggers,
gut
bro.
feeling if
My
a chick is a
music's
gold
still
digger. Now,
Spotify.
you could make the argument at the end of the day they're really all gold diggers, right? Because at some point you're gonna be paying for it. But we don't like the overt gold diggers. If you're gonna be a gold digger, at least do it low key. At least give me something.
At least finesse me,
show
bro.
some
Like,
emotions,
try.
but, yeah, I don't
That's
particularly
crazy.
At least
like
give some
transactional
return.
women. Next up, we have the
Jeez.
psycho girl. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. before you go crazy. Here's why I'm putting it at wood.
This
I
guy.
agree.
Needs to experience a woman who is excessively
I
obsessed with
agree.
him to realize why they don't actually want it. Because most guys are like
I
who haven't
disagree.
experienced dating a psycho are under the impression that that's actually what they want. They're like, dude, I just want a girl who's really madly in love with me and obsessed with me. Yeah, you absolutely do want it until she starts knocking on your door at fucking 4 a.m. while your parents are asleep in the crib.
Oh.
Or
Nah, I
until
fuck
she
with
keys
that,
your
though.
car to drive to your ex's house to
Bro,
fucking
I mess
jump
with
her.
that.
These girls will go to the absolute extreme, and usually it's
I
pretty
like that, though.
short-lived.
Like, that show,
Like a
like, she
psycho
cares.
girl,
She
you're not
better
gonna
care.
maintain
You putting that
your
in your wife
psychoness for
section?
years,
Huh?
right?
You
Usually
putting that
these
in your
types of
wife
chicks,
section?
months of intense
Oh,
and passionate
God.
psycho energy.
That's crazy,
And
bro.
then it starts to dwindle down, and then she
Hey, you
goes
see
and
the
finds
next
her
one?
target. But I'm not gonna
My
lie.
wife
girls
section
are
as well.
fun, absolutely
Bro,
more
stay-
fun than
let's
other
stay
girls
away
I
from
know
me for
that
sure.
Nah,
The
bro.
emotional
That's gotta be.
experience of dealing with a psycho is extremely unique. So
That's like
I think every
depression,
guy
bro.
should try it at
Bipolar,
least
crazy
once,
highs, like
just to
low
know why they
lows.
don't want it. Next up,
I'm
we have
colorblind.
bipolar chicks.
Red's green to me.
Absolutely would. Now, here's the thing
He
about
d- what?
bipolar chicks. If a woman is bipolar, that's
He
already like a
knows.
50%
Bro, this guy's got a
boost in
fetish for like
attractiveness.
girls with issues,
Most hot
girls with
that I've ever met in
psychopathy,
my entire
autism,
life
and
have been
bipolar
in some way,
disorder.
shape, or form. And these women right here are the perfect targets for red pill content, because red pill content actually applies to the majority of attractive women because their emotional regulation is poor, their impulsivity is extremely high. They just kind of fall for their emotions and they're swayed
Is that
by the
Discord?
wind really easily.
Huh?
So
I just heard a
girls who are
Discord
bipolar,
sound.
you're gonna
Nah.
experience flakiness from them. You're gonna experience extreme.
I agree with them,
passion
though.
from
Not
them,
gonna
you're gonna
lie.
experience low energy, high energy. Like you're gonna
I
get
wanna
the
put
whole
that in
spectrum
life.
from
I-
these
I
girls.
put it as
No one
wood,
likes to
but-
deal with bipolar behavior
Psycho
but because
wife.
they're more
Bipolar
attractive
wood.
than most
Comment
women.
what
I
would
gotta
be your
put it
number
in
one?
wood. Next up, we have the classy
I was
girl.
talking to
First
them. I was
category
talking to
that's
Connor.
coming in wife. I love me a
What'd I say?
sophisticated, well-dressed,
Classic girl. Who's your brother's wife?
well-traveled, European
This is
vibes kind
classic,
of
like,
woman.
it's
I know you guys know
regular
what I'm talking
schmegler
about when
wife.
I say classy. I hope I don't have to give a formal definition because I wouldn't know how to formally define it. But you know, the girls who just seem well kept and have this like aura of the best way I can describe it is like this European aura to them. These women
That's
tend
exactly
to be,
what I
first
was
of
gonna
all, a
say.
lot higher
Like the
quality than the
European
rest
aura, like
because they
European
have no
vibe.
need to be gold diggers or to use a man for his money because typically these women come from a lot of money. And they're typically extremely attractive, which is a plus. There's a lot you can talk to them about, especially if you yourself are well traveled. Like you can talk about places in the world
You
wanna
looking at
go to,
yourself?
restaurants, food that you've tried. So I really have no complaints.
But that has nothing to do with the video. But I just did the video. I'm thinking about it. Like we're looking over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I look over there. We're looking that way. So we're looking like outside the screen. You feel me?
Looks like we're not looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like people understand that there's like two monitors
Yeah.
and like shit like
but
that.
like in
where-
my head, it looks like, we're like looking like at their cat or something, like whatever they have next to their phone. It looks like we're just like
But the
looking
classy
at it.
girl, very solid option.
I mean,
Wifey material. Next up, we have
it's only
the
like maybe I'll get a
academic chick.
tripod at some point.
I'm gonna put this at wood because I myself am an
Academic chick.
academic,
I mean,
or
those
at least I
clothes.
consider myself to be. So I find these women very easy to conversate with. You know, if you're into
OnlyFans
academia,
bob.
if you read a lot, then things tend to flow very
I
smoothly.
mean, the OnlyFans, Bob. I'm
But,
not
I mean,
putting
if
that
you're
a
the
step
type
away
of
from
person
you.
who
Maybe
likes
like
to go out a
wouldn't
lot,
or like
you
maybe.
might not vibe with academic chicks that much because they're probably more on the introverted
Motherfuckers are willing to
side.
pay for that. You
Probably
probably look good.
less so gonna be seen at parties or
I mean,
like
is
at
this about dating
social
or just
events and
hitting?
stuff. These women are
This
just
is
purely
theme
to study,
archetypes.
go to the library, couple of friends. They tend to not be the most adventurous, but anyways, next up we have OF models. Absolute wife, what the fuck are you guys doing?
He's capping.
Model in 2025. I mean, these girls not only come in abundance, they come in beauty.
No.
They're able to
No.
make their own money. They're self-sufficient, which means you don't have to spend much money on them because they're making it themselves. And you have access to their photos
What?
forever in case you're long distance and you can't see them physically. Or if you guys break up, you'll always have a part of them on your cell phone.
You
for
want to be with a
$5.99.
literal
Alright,
corn
next up
star.
we have Pick Me.
Oh, okay. He was kidding. He was
So,
kidding.
I have
Thank
some
God.
personal issues with pick me girls. Because remember, pick me girls are particularly dangerous because they understand the
Yeah, they're
male
really
gaze.
bad.
It's like a guy who studied the red pill and shit. He understands female gaze. Pick me girls know exactly what a guy likes. So if she knows that you're fucking into traditional women who cook and clean, the pick-me girl is exactly
She's
going
gonna
to be
turn to
that.
that, like,
Why do
in
you
a
think a
week.
lot of pick-me
And it's
chicks
scary.
tend to be
It's
gamers?
scary.
And I fall
Because
for it
they know
over and
guys
over
are gonna
again.
simp over a woman who plays the same video game as them. Oh my god, she plays video games. I want her so bad because there's so much we can relate to. Like, pick-me girls are extremely intelligent. I don't like them at all. I'm gonna put it at wouldn't, because I see right through it. Like, whenever I see a pick-me girl, I know she's pick-me. I know she's just trying to get a lot of attention. Really, the only reason they're pick-me's is for attention. There's nothing else to it. And just get yourself a more authentic girl, honestly. Like, pick-me's are fucking annoying. Even the women don't like pick-me's. Like, even women will talk to you about
liked the
pick-me's.
attention more than she liked
only,
you,
like,
my boy.
lame-ass simps and orbiters who actually like pick-me's because they don't actually know what the fuck is going on. They
Like
think
and
she's
subscribe,
actually into the video game. They
or
think she's
else.
actually different. Meanwhile, she's not fucking different. Next up, we have basic white girl. I'm gonna say would. You know,
Turn on that damn
when we
bell
talk about
notification.
basic white girls, I want you to think Air Force Ones, Starbucks,
Now.
Stanley Cup, just a basic white girl.
That's it now.
Right flipping.
That you can find on any college campus. And because this is the woman that I've kind of interacted with the most, being a college student myself, I've kind of become very comfortable with the basic white girl. I actually find that it's very easy for me to open up a conversation with them. I don't have to think too hard because it's like, yeah, I've already seen your clone. I've already spoke to your
real,
clone.
though.
I just got to rinse and repeat with you. There's nothing different.
That's
like,
so real, though.
girls, there's literally nothing different about them. It's crazy. Their personalities. It's like the very first basic white girl was actually sent to a cloning facility, and they accidentally cloned one too many of them because now they're everywhere. It's even girls who weren't born white will still try to emulate the basic white girl act out of like insecurity and out of wanting to fit in and be the same as them, even though them not being the basic white girl is what makes them unique and have better personalities. But I'm just gonna say would, for the simple fact that if she's attractive, you know, I can tolerate it for a little bit. I don't know if I'd marry these chicks though. Next up, we have activist girls.
Hell no.
Yeah, stay
Hell
away
no.
from me. These chicks
Hell
just
no.
care way too much about shit I don't give a fuck about. Like, these girls care too much about the environment, about politics. Dude, I'm not really the type to care, so I can't tolerate being around
Traditional
people who
girls
care
going in
that
life,
much.
actually.
Like, there's very few things that I actually care
It's
about.
just
I feel like
simple.
being
I
with an
think I agree
activist
with
girl would
that,
just
like,
irritate me because
so
I would either
there's-
have to
there's a lot of
pretend
things
that I
just
care about
generally
what she's
don't
talking
care
about, or there would be
I
a
know, maybe I
disconnect in
should,
our conversation.
But I'm just
So,
like,
yeah, just stay away from me.
I don't even-
Alright,
It's just
next
crossed
up
my
we have
mind.
the
Like,
trad
I'm not in the middle of the day
Now,
thinking about like,
hot take.
oh my
Most
god,
trad girls
the
aren't
oil.
inherently
What's happening?
traditional.
I don't even
They
think
were
I
just
should care, bro.
culturally
Like,
made to be that
I don't
way.
care.
Because when you put a traditional girl in a non-traditional environment, she bends so quickly. Like, these women are very easy to mold if they go to a different environment.
Trends?
I rarely ever see a
Traditional.
woman leave her traditional like
I
household,
think you mean
her
like your
traditional
typical
environment, go to a
housewife from
fucking
back in
college
the
campus,
day,
and then
who's
be the same
cooking
4
and
years later.
cleaning.
It just doesn't really
Maybe.
work that
Doesn't
way.
wanna
And the
work.
thing about being trad is it's so oversaturated because women understand that the male gaze is ridiculously easy to manipulate. It doesn't take a genius to present an illusion that most men
That's
are going
true.
to
It's
bite
easy to
at.
fool men.
And
It's
all a
just
girl
act
has to do is
how
just
they want
act
you to
like she's
act.
traditional, dress a little bit modestly, cook and clean, and then now she has the attention of every fucking guy who doesn't actually have the experience to distinguish between real traditional girls and like the ones who are just pretending. And at this
Where do you
point,
think
it's
he's
like
gonna put sorority
I'm
girls?
very skeptical when I run into a traditional girl.
That's
'cause
gotta
I'm
be
like,
wouldn't.
either you're doing this because you want to maximize your SMV in a male's eyes,
Yeah,
which is
wouldn't.
fine, right? I mean, all women are trying to maximize their SMV through things like makeup and lipstick and whatnot. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, is it a
I'm not
persona that you're
against it.
putting on, or are you actually
Uh.
traditional at heart? And honestly, even if they're actually traditional at heart,
Maybe.
I feel like most of you guys, including myself, we say we want traditional girls, but we don't actually want one. You know what I mean? Like, we don't actually want a traditional girl. We just say that we do because it's the common narrative. Oh my god, dude, why can't women be traditional? First of all, most of the guys these days are not even traditional themselves. Like, if you're the type to go out and like party and shit, you probably don't even want a traditional
video
girl.
will be
You guys are
us
not going to
doing
be able
this.
to relate. You're going to find her boring.
We'll make our own list.
Make our own
Traditional
tier
women, I'm
list.
not going to lie,
Yeah.
personality-wise,
I'll be
they
mad for
are
it.
more boring than
10
some
likes.
of the other chicks I
We'll
listed.
post it.
Even if you think they're higher quality, they're more boring. And I just fear that,
I
you
don't
know,
think I've ever
I
gotten more
say
than
I
3
want it,
likes
but
on a
then when I
video.
actually get it, I'll be like,
I've never had more
is
than
that
3
it?
likes.
I mean, shit,
Hey,
I should have
look
probably
at-
went for the
This is
basic
gonna
white
be a
chick
lot,
or the
like,
classy girl instead.
each one will
But,
make
you know,
one
because
tier.
it's such a trophy these days, I'm just going to put it at wood because I
I
know if I
like
put
it.
it any lower,
I
the
like
whole
it.
comment section
Give
is
me
going to
one
fucking
like.
attack
One.
me. But really, in my heart of hearts, I'd probably put it like in one of these two. All right, next up we have IG models. Now, here's the thing. There's
Stay
pros
away
and cons
from
to
me.
dating an IG model. First of all, if you date an IG model, you just did something that most guys can't do. Because most guys are going to cope and say, dude, nah, I'd never date an IG model because she's posting photos of herself online and any guy has access to her and they can all see her body and that's just weird. True, but you realize IG models are extremely picky about the types of guys they date. Like your average Joe who works at fucking Walmart, he's not bagging no damn IG model. You have to have some level of
He's
status
yapping
and
too
looks
much.
to
Let's
even
see.
get
Let's
your
see where
foot
this
in the
thing
door.
just ends.
Maybe.
All right, so anime chicks and maybe.
Yeah, wait,
That's valid. That's
wait,
valid.
wait.
Introverted girls and wife.
Analyze this, bro.
Okay.
You're right. So we were both right on one of the wives.
Yep.
Classic and introvert. I mean, I guess.
It's because, like, they're quiet. They're not going to go out and cheat and do too much and be talking to too many men, that sort of thing. That's why he would have done that.
That's boring.
Fit check gem girl. Bro, that's, like, such a horrific take. Like, that comes off as so naive because these girls, like, love attention. And they're usually the same as this, which I guess is why you put them there. But, nah, these girls get run through, to be honest.
Oh.
Oh, you put sorority girls down here. That's a bit harsh. I know I said, like, nah, but that's harsh. They're more in the middle range, probably.
I feel like party girls and sorority should be flipped.
Yeah, I could see that.
Me girls, you said stay away from me.
Party
That's
girls
crazy.
wouldn't. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, party girls would be wouldn't.
That's
yeah,
not.
I'll do that word.
Like, people go to raves, but you can't wife that.
Nah, it's not a party guy, Dad.
This is, like, probably the most outrageous one, though.
Yeah.
Bro is into autism. Bro has an autism kink.
Now the words just goes up and down. Like, how you gonna have a wood for a psycho girl, but then have a wood for a basic white girl? How was that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he was saying, like, this is what he's used to and what he's done before, and he knows how to do it. I get that. I mean, I guess wood is. I know I said lower before, but I get that.
hey, I mean, do your thing.
Hmm?
Do your thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That gonna be the end of this one?
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, show support to the guy we just reacted to me, to him. He's the second link in the description.
For sure.
Later.
Stop
recording.